The Canadian Medical Association is worried about privatization in our healthcare system. They're worried about the real impacts of a dangerous shortage of frontline healthcare workers, family medicine, family healthcare workers. They're worried about specialist shortages, nurse shortages. The Conservatives want to make people pay to receive healthcare, and the Liberals are too weak to stop them. Why the Liberals letting Conservatives force people to pay out of pocket to receive healthcare?
Hear, hear.
Again, I'm just going to ask members, please, not to take the floor unless they are recognized by the Speaker to do so. I know some members would like me to make a more specific intervention. Unfortunately, from the chair, I cannot see who's making that intervention. But I will ask members, please, to not speak when they are not recognized. The Honourable Minister of Health.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And working together, we've been able to make incredible progress in our health system. Bilateral agreements signed with every province and every territory based on cooperation, $200 billion. And with the NDP, when they were interested in working with us, we were able to do things like dental care with 650,000 people already getting care. We're able to do things like pharmacare. But unfortunately, the NDP has made a choice. They decided to give in to a bully who's using playbook that comes from a movie like Mean Girls, rather than stand up and fight for our healthcare system and work collaboratively, Mr.
The Honourable Member for Burnaby South.
Medicare, Liberals and Conservatives are tearing it down.
Liberals promised to help seniors in Quebec with the Aging Well at Home initiative. But Quebecers aren't getting anything because the Liberals and the Legault government are too busy fighting between themselves. Is the Prime Minister going to stop dragging his feet and finally deliver the assistance to Quebecers? The Honourable Minister of Health.
Choose to continue the work on pharmacare? No. Did they choose to continue the progress on dental? No. Did they choose to make progress on working with provinces and territories in a spirit of collaboration? No. Instead, they yielded to a bully. They abdicated the field. They got afraid. They walked away. Well, we're not afraid, Mr. Speaker. We're going to stand up and we're going to fight for public health care in this country. We're going to get it done. We're going to deliver dental care. We're going to deliver diabetes medication. We're going to make sure that every woman has access to contraceptives, and nothing is going to stop us.
The Honourable Member from Regina. The Honourable Member from Regina Capel.
After 9 years of this NDP Liberal government, taxes are up, prices are up, crime's up, time's up. And the NDP leader has sold out workers by devaluing their paycheck by supporting Liberal inflationary deficits. He sold out seniors and families by hiking the carbon tax, driving up the cost of food and home heating. And he has sold out young Canadians who have given up on the dream of home ownership thanks to the doubling of housing costs. And what did he sell them out for? To protect his pension. Now Canadians have to suffer longer just so he can get paid. So why doesn't the Prime Minister just call a carbon tax election so Canadians can decide?
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I don't think we should be politicizing pensions, but if the member opposite or his leader wants to talk about the size of their pensions, then they should talk about that, because at a time when they are getting millions of dollars or will be getting millions of dollars in government pensions, they also look to cut the pensions of everyday Canadians. Wow. Mr. Speaker, we are here to support seniors no matter where they work, not just parliamentarians with their pensions. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member from Regina Capel.
It's Canadian seniors who are cutting back because of this government's cost of living crisis. They're cutting back on food and home heating because of the carbon tax and inflation that this government caused. But let's go back to the NDP leader. He had a really dramatic show this summer where he pretended to rip up the agreement but then would never commit to actually voting non-confidence and giving Canadians the carbon tax election they so desperately want. It was all just a show. So simple question, during all those meetings with the Prime Minister and the leader of the NDP, was the Prime Minister just giving him acting lessons?
Good question.
The Honourable Minister of Labour and for Seniors.
Mr. Speaker, it's very interesting to hear my friend from Regina Capel, who was around in those days. In fact, he was sitting right where you're sitting, Mr. Speaker, when Prime Minister Harper went to Davos. Yes, Davos. For a reminder for some of you in the back, that's the World Economic Forum. And he went there to do what? To tell Canadian seniors that their retirement age was moving to 67 from 65. How dare the member from Regina Capel stand in this House and talk to us about pensions, Mr. Speaker?
How dare you stand up and talk about the left? You're literally a left puppet.